Caroline.
I'm fine, Storm. Okay, just why don't you leave me, okay?
Well, I think we should talk more about this.
Talk? What is there to talk about? My father owns a pornographic magazine, the same one that published a naked photograph of him. My God, I don't understand this. Is he the sole owner?
Yes, he is.
How could he do this to me?
Caroline, there's more.
More.
Your father owns a number of these magazines, here and in Europe.
My God. I don't even know who he is. Who is this man?
I don't like to judge, but I gotta say that your father's in very deep.
In what? What is he?
I don't know, but it has to be serious. Look, would you like me to talk to him?
No. I'll do that.
Well, I think I should be with you.
Look, Storm. He's still my father. If I can't talk to him alone, then I don't want to talk to him at all.
Well, is he in his office now?
No, he's at some kind of meeting. He's unavailable all day. Would you please leave me alone now? I have to process this.
Okay. Look, Caroline, you know how to get a hold of me if you need me. I'm sorry.
Eric, before you go back to your office, let's take a moment and discuss Angela.
All right. I'd like that.
I think we have to start making some real plans about bringing her up to the house.
Have you spoken any more to the doctor about this?
No.
Well, I guess ultimately it is our decision.
I think Todd's just being overly protective. What we need to discuss are accommodations. And we have to give some real thought to how we're going to integrate her into the family.
So we do. Well, I think she should take all of her meals with the rest of us. And I think we should spend as much time with her as possible.
I never thought this would happen. It's like a dream come true.
It must be like a dream for you. You raised that girl for 20 years all by yourself.
And now she's actually going to come and be at home with us.
Well, you know, I have no idea where she'll sleep. We could give her Kristen's room.
Oh, I was thinking about Thorne and Caroline's suite.
Thorne and Caroline.
Don't you think it's time for them to move out? They can get a house of their own.
Hello.
Hi, hon. It's me.
How are things at the lab?
Actually, I'm at the house in the valley waiting for Storm.
What's going on?
Oh, I just wanted to talk with him. But I called you to tell you that I'm going to be home a little late.
Would you like to stay there tonight and have dinner with your brother and sisters?
No, Ridge, I definitely don't want to do that. Not tonight.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. I'll see you later, okay? I love you.
The Bold and the Beautiful. This portion sponsored by April Fresh Downy for the fluffiest softness ever.
Yeah, I'm happy that you came by tonight, even though I didn't give you much notice.
Wow. Dinner with you is pretty hard to resist.
What, my chef?
Your company.
Well, here's to another lovely evening. And it's going to be a lovely evening, Jamie. We're going to discuss our plans for travel.
I am so excited about this.
So am I. You know, it seems to be the one thing that I'm excited about these days. It's the one thing that I have a positive focus on. And I'll tell you, it is going to be sensational.
Well, you mentioned starting out in London.
No, we start New York, and then we take the QE2 to London.
QE2? You mean a cruise ship?
There is no other cruise ship like it in the world. Then once in London, spend a week at the theater. We'll tour the Lake Districts, and of course we'll make some stops along the famous English countryside, and I have some extraordinary accommodations provided by some friends of mine.
You know, I listened to all of this, and I still can't believe that it's me that you're taking along.
You deserve it, Jamie. And I can't think of anyone that I would rather be with.
Can I ask a favor?
Sure.
It's a big one.
I feel generous.
Let's leave right away, as soon as we possibly can. Hi.
Hi. About deja vu, I can't remember the last time I came in here and found you waiting for me.
Oh, I can't remember the last time you flew off to Washington, D.C.
Well, it's because I never have before. Aye.
So why did you go?
Oh, just business.
Ah, in other words, you're not going to tell me, are you?
Smart girl. So how are things in the, ivory tower?
Oh, pretty wonderful. Most of the time.
And when they're not?
When they're not, they're confusing. Take today, for example. Stephanie came by to visit me at the lab.
And what happened?
She suggested that I move out for a month. Oh, no, make that 6 weeks.
Why? What was her reasoning?
The fall-winter showing coming up in 6 weeks. How busy Ridge is going to be preparing for it.
Give me a break.
You know, Stormy, I just do not understand that woman. Sometimes I wonder if she's playing games. First, pretending to like me. And then pulling a stunt like she did today.
Well, you said it was driving you crazy, is it?
No. Actually, it isn't. As long as I have Ridge.
You feel pretty secure about that now, don't you?
Yes. He loves me, Stormy. The one remaining threat is Caroline. And that's all but gone since Thorne and she are becoming closer. So, it looks like I'm sitting in the driver's seat. I've never been so secure about Ridge.
You want Thorne and Caroline to move out?
Under the circumstances, don't you think it's best?
Why now, Stephanie?
We haven't needed the suite until now. Angela's going to be coming home.
We can renovate. We have plenty of room to do that.
Why bother?
Oh, when we can just have part of our family move out of the house.
Well, when you put it that way.
Well, I think I understand what this is all about. This is about that conversation you and I had earlier.
I don't follow you.
With Thorne and Caroline out of the house, then you are free to pursue your primary objective, which is to break up Ridge and Brooke.
I'm free to do that now.
No, I don't think you are. Because if you succeed, Ridge will be alone. And with Caroline still in the house, that would be very dangerous. Now, isn't that what you're saying?
That's part of it, yes.
I'd wager to say it's a very big part of it.
Eric, Are you going to tell me that in your heart of hearts, you are absolutely comfortable with the idea of Ridge marrying Brooke?
I have no trouble with that, and you know it.
He isn't ready to get married, and you know that.
He's a lot more ready to get married now than he was a year ago.
Well, that isn't saying anything. Listen to me. This whole thing with Brooke is a man on the rebound. When he and Caroline didn't work out, he was terribly, terribly, terribly hurt. That he took up with the first girl that appeared on the scene. The problem is, it turned out to be Brooke, who is a conniving opportunist.
All right, Stephanie, you've got to stop all this about Brooke. Now, she's full of spark and vitality. She's a beautiful, intelligent girl. She's the best kind of girl for Ridge. She's a constant challenge to him, as he is to her. I think they are perfectly well matched.
All right, Eric, let's take it from a pragmatic point of view, shall we? If Thorne and Caroline are out of the house, then Ridge is nowhere near her. You do agree those two should be kept as far away from one another as possible, don't you?
I won't argue that with you. I think that Caroline and Ridge are definitely a threat to Thorne as well as to the rest of the family. But Caroline knows that, and whether she's in the house or not, I can't believe she would ever cross that line.
Eric, she has no idea of the involvement of her husband in the shooting of his brother. She doesn't know that Thorne has forgotten the whole thing. My God! If she leaves Thorne for Ridge, how do you know that he won't try it all over again?
Scotch?
Yes,
Are we celebrating something?
a very long day.
Well, that's something to celebrate. You never were much of a drinker.
Well, maybe I'm gonna have to learn.
Why is that?
Well, a person has to change, Ridge. You have to grow. You know, you learn new things about life and you take on new values.
What's going on?
I owe you an apology.
You owe me an apology.
Yes?
Well, if you say so. What did I do to deserve this?
It's what I did. I took a very hard line on you over some things you said about my father. I think your words were self-righteous, holier than thou, pompous, and all against a man who I really believed had been outrageously violated. After all, a naked picture was taken of him and placed in the centerfold of Stud magazine. As you know, I set out to get the man who owned Stud magazine. Oh, I was gonna punish him. I hired Storm Logan to go to Washington and look up the public records of ownership, which he did, and he just got back. And he told me that he sure did find out who owned Stud magazine. Oh, I was delirious, you know. I was gonna win justice for the man that I have respected my entire life. The man that has shaped my values and my character. The person that I most wanted to emulate in my world. Oh, I was primed. I was set to fight and attack and vindicate. Until I found out who my adversary is. The owner of Stud magazine is my very own father.
You are very anxious about this.
Yes, I am. I'm just afraid that if we don't leave for Europe right away, then it's never gonna happen.
No. We will.
Oh, come on, you know how your schedule is. Things come up. Bill, please. I'm asking this purely as a favor to me. Let's go away soon, before the end of the week.
All right. Maybe by the end of the week.
Perfect.
No, with one stipulation.
Just ask. Anything.
You help me nail Nicholas by the end of the week, and the very next day we'll leave for Europe. Well, that was hardly the reaction I expected.
It's gonna take a lot longer than a week to entrap Nicholas Preston.
No, it won't.
Why can't we just get away? Leave all this behind us. I think that would be really good for you.
And that's exactly what we're going to do, Jamie. I just need to hear a few lines from Nicholas, a word or two, to implicate himself. Now, you can do that with virtually no problem at all. And I'll just be listening in.
Nicholas doesn't trust me. He's not gonna say anything like that.
Well, he may not trust you, but he certainly can't resist you. You're lovely, beguiling, with a wonderful sense of innocence, and very intelligent. Don't underestimate yourself. You can handle Nicholas with no problem at all. You just have to make up your mind to do it. That's what I want you to do. And we can put all this behind us and leave on a trip that you will never forget for the rest of your life. Let's eat.
Well, I almost feel sorry for Stephanie.
Why?
Well, with Caroline out of the way and you feeling so secure about Ridge, the poor lady doesn't stand a chance.
The poor lady doesn't need sympathy, believe me.
Hey, it's great to see you feeling so confident.
Yes, that is such a different feeling. I really do want to become friends with Stephanie. I admire her. I even like her. She's my kind of person. But if she wants to fight me for Ridge, let her. I finally feel like we're on even grounds. She's Ridge's mother, and I'm his fiancé. At least I will be officially as soon as we set a date. And there's nothing stopping us from doing that now. Nothing. And no one.
You can't be serious.
Oh, yes, I'm very serious, Ridge.
Bill Spencer owns the very magazine that published his own naked photograph?
I know. I shudder to think what that is all about. I mean, it's bad enough just knowing that he owns it.
Caroline, I don't know what to say.
Nothing. There's nothing that you can say. It's just so disgusting. And that's not even the half of it, Ridge. Apparently, he owns a number of these magazines. Here and in Europe.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I mean that.
I don't even know whether I should cry or scream or just try to forget that I even found any of this out. He's my father, Ridge. He raised me. Especially since my mother died, he's been everything to me. He has been my role model and my teacher and even my confessor. I mean, my values are his values. Or at least I thought that they were. I mean, he taught me right from wrong. He drilled the idea of morality and decency into me. You know, I always tried to judge my behavior by what my father would do. And now to find out that what he would do is so repulsive and so indecent and so immoral. What am I supposed to think about my sense of morality when I got that from him?
Caroline, there's got to be some way of getting some perspective on this right now.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to get perspective. I'm trying. But what am I supposed to do? Do as he says, not as he does? Am I supposed to accept his double standard? Am I supposed to become a part of his hypocrisy? I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure about anything anymore. Everything is so distorted. Ridge, if the one person that I held as the model of decency is the opposite of that, is really indecent, then what does that say about my value system? I mean, that is really where I am right now. I'm questioning everything that I have ever believed in my life. I don't know how to sort out the fact from the fiction. Ridge, how could I have been so easily fooled by yet another man that I love so much?